folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. As always, hope you're having a good day. I'm doing a gift request. Scott Powell requested a new artist to the channel, Steve Azar. That's how I'd say it. Could be Azar, but Azar I'll go with. Waitin' on Joe. And let's see, Scott, you originally requested a song by Dax, but it really wasn't country, so I couldn't do that. I mean, I listened to a good part of it too, so it's got to be appropriate to the channel. But you gave me a really good second option, I think. I'm like, I listened to about 5 seconds of that one to make sure it fit. I'm like, oh yeah, this fits. So Steve's song, all right, this one is VEVO. And it might be blocked. So this is the problem. I'll spend the time re-editing it. VEVO is typically blocked, not categorically, but almost always. Whoop. Whoopsie-daisy. We all have our moments. But I'll re-upload it and see what happens. So, but I'll be watching the video. Oh, it's a long one. Here we go. Thank you for the gift, Scott.
I don't know about anywhere else, but I reckon right here in the Delta, a man spends about 70% of his time just waiting. Waiting on somebody, waiting on something. Yeah, that's something in our life that we've been working on, sweating for, chasing that elusive dream.
How did they get Morgan to do this?
Most of us will keep waiting until our time here is over. Why? Because it matters. Sometimes I wonder if what we're really waiting on is ourselves. That maybe there's a whole lot of Joe deep down inside each and every one of us. We focus so much on what we're waiting for that we miss or forget to appreciate what we got. Truth is, there'll always be something we need or want, something we feel we have to have, yearning for something missing. We could wonder how long it's going to take or how much must one endure. Or we could wonder, are we just wasting our lives waiting on Joe?
This is fascinating. How did they get Morgan to do that intro?
We're supposed to start work down on the river today, and for Joe and me, it's some pretty good pay. Now I was counting on him to be at the dock by 10.
And the timing of this, I don't know if it was purposeful, Scott, with the dock workers strike. I mean, let's see where this goes.
A week's pay says he's still at home, 'cause the boy's in his own time zone. I'm waiting on Joe, what do you know? Time flies fast and he is slower than I told him over and over. Now don't you be late. Oh, but like always, I'm just sitting on gold and waiting on Joe.
Who's Joe to him?
Towboats are leaving 'cause it don't care what's not on board and who's not there. Once that whistle blows down the mighty river it rolls. Man, if I could be more like that, I'd get on with my life and never look back. Instead of waiting on Joe, what do you know? Time flies fast and he is slower than I told him over and over. Now don't you be late. Oh, but like always, I'm just sitting on go and waiting And one old boy said, hey Joe, never slow down. He tried to beat that morning train. My life will never be the same. I didn't even tell my brother goodbye. Lord, I wish somehow he could send me a sign. Yeah, I'm waiting on Joe. Oh, what do you know? Time flies fast and he is slower than I told him over and over. Now don't you be late. Oh, but like always, I'm just sitting on gold and waiting on Joe. Waiting on Joe.
Yeah, that's something in our lives that we've been working on, sweating for, chasing that elusive dream. We focus so much on what we're waiting for that we miss or forget to appreciate what we got.
Yeah, oh, that was 2002. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if that was like made for a movie or if it was a movie. Yeah, it's true. I mean, and I've lived long enough too and contemplated these very things too. Like, life is difficult, but there are moments of joy, and you embrace those when we have them. But in this song, it was like, I wasn't quite sure who Joe was to him. Was it his brother? Or was it his friend? But either way, he had been encouraging him, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, because Joe seemed to be late to everything. So he's like, come on, come on, come on, which is normal. You want to encourage somebody. And friends will do that to each other. Come on, dude, let's get it together. But then he tried to beat the train on the tracks, and the train hit him because I guess he was taking his advice, maybe trying to get to work. But that's the dynamic of life, you know? You just don't know how certain things are going to go. And yeah, it's not easy being human. I wonder the difference between humans and animals. You've heard me say this before. Like, do we have it better? The size of our brains give us what we call consciousness and thought, and we have a sense of time. So in part, we worry about the future. And we contemplate the past. So many things are buried in memory, or maybe not so buried, and it all plays into how we process life now. But there are a lot of things that aren't within our control, as we know. And it's going across the train track when the train's coming, that's within our control. I mean, that's one of the things. But it wasn't within the gentleman in the video, the dock worker, you know. It wasn't within his control that Joe wound up getting killed. That was just one thing he'll just miss him. But as far as just taking time, as they say, like, it's a cliche, and I don't like cliches, but most people can identify with it, that, you know, take time to smell the roses. But there's a lot of good things to be appreciated and thankful for in this world. And I generally retain that in my mind. So anyway, I got to rate this thing. Oh, Scott. Boy, that was different. That was like a movie and a lesson at the same time. Then, all right, the number that struck me was a 9.2. The song itself was simple, but the video itself complemented it well. The timing of the dock worker strike is uncanny. I don't know if that was intended or not, Scott. But and then getting Morgan Freeman to do something like this, because he's an A-lister. So there it is. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. You can thank Scott Powell for that one. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.